Introducing you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a wrestler, boxer standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. Weighing in officially 170 pounds in 21 professional bouts. His record, 17 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Detroit, Michigan. Here is the Motown Phenom, Kevin. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's a grappler standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in officially 170.5 pounds, and in 39 professional fights, has 28 victories and 11 defeats. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, here's the former UFC lightweight champion of the world, the number 3 rated welterweight contender of the world, Rafael Anjos.
All right, gentlemen, been through the rules of the locker room. Want to obey my commands at all time, want you to take yourselves at all time. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Have a nice, clean fight.
The 2-touch gloves, and we are set to go for our main event. 5 possible rounds at welterweight between Kevin Lee and Rafael dos Anjos.
All right, round 1. You ready, sir? You ready, sir? Let's go, fight.
Tonight's fight clock brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. And some heavy kicks early on each side. Ooh. Well, they're wasting no time.
Well, that's what Kevin Lee said he wanted. Going in there throwing some big shots early.
And it's exactly what Rafael dos Anjos expected. He expected a heavy first and second round attack from Kevin Lee, who drops dos Anjos and then goes in for the takedown.
There for Lee.
Well, Kevin Lee was all business, staring down dos Anjos there, and then even caught eyes with Jason Perillo, who barked back at him a little bit.
Wow, there we go. It's Kevin Lee does. Very good at taking the back, but RDA knows exactly what he's doing here. Very good at defending himself. Experienced black belt, gets right out of it, goes for a single leg, right back to the feet. These two, man, exchanging back and forth already.
Sometimes there's a feeling out process in 5 rounds, not tonight. Body kick there. Kevin Lee, the minus 125 favorite in his welterweight debut. He figured to be the underdog. He was a small underdog up until yesterday when it shifted. Heavy money coming in on the Motown Phenom.
And big combos here from Kevin Lee early. There's another double.
Of course, his most recent appearance was in the main event in Milwaukee in December against Al Iaquinta. Was shocked to hear that Iaquinta won the fight when it went to a decision. And watching back, still kind of questions it a little bit, but knows that he could have done things a lot differently in that fight. Says he got away from himself in that performance.
Man, it's got to be tough. You know, I haven't had to do that myself. 5 rounds, you know. You almost do start getting lost in the rounds a little bit, right? When they're 5 minutes or long, you're exhausted. You're going back and forth with your opponent. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if you won. So when the decision gets read, a lot of times you don't know what's going to be coming out of the Bruce Buffer's mouth.
And certainly Iaquinta, they got stronger in the course of that 25 minutes.
Definitely ended strong.
And perhaps we see, you know, in terms of the different weight.
I also kept calling it a cartwheel defense. It's a Granby roll, and I apologize to the wrestling fans out there. So if there's any Granby rolls in this fight, I'll be sure to point them out.
You are ready.
For all the people at home who know what that is.
Excellent. Halfway through the first round, pressure still being applied here by Lee. Not letting dos Anjos have any breathing room.
This, like you said, this is what RDA expected. He knew Kevin Lee was going to be aggressive. He was going to come out strong. We got 5 rounds of this. If it goes to that, we'll see if this kind of pace that Kevin Lee is setting can hold up. We know RDA can hold that up.
Coming up next, don't miss a recap of all the action from Rochester on the UFC Fight Night post show on ESPN+. Watch Karen Bryant, Rashad Evans, and the UFC welterweight champ Kamaru Usman break it all down after the main event. That is right here on ESPN+. It's good company upstairs with Karen, with the newest member of the UFC Hall of Fame and the current champion of this division.
sure they're having fun out there.
Watching with interested eyes. And of course, for Rafael dos Anjos, his last fight was against one Kamaru Usman at the Ultimate Fighter finale in November.
He said it was like a truck facing a Prius is what it felt like at times, right? You know what he said to us? Just overwhelming pressure from Usman. A nice body kick there from Kevin Lee.
We've seen that several times so far as they go back to the center, and a nice knee to the body from Lee.
No, he actually went up to the chin a little bit with that.
And now firing a 1-2.
1 minute.
Oh.
A nice head kick from dos
Yeah,
Anjos.
kind of glance off the top of the head. That's like when Cowboy Melvin Gillard. When Cowboy knocked out Melvin Gillard with that switch kick, just glance off the top of the head, but that's all it takes sometimes.
Well, if you find the sweet spot, we saw that earlier tonight.
Oh, nice timing there from dos Anjos. Nice takedown. Gets it back.
He looks up at the clock to see how much time. 30 seconds.
That's a veteran move right there. He's not doing it because he's tired. He wants to know what he's working with. Got the neck. Kevin Lee's got to be careful in this transition here. It's a little loose right now. He's got to watch the knees as well if he gets up to his feet. Nice transition.
Nice job by Lee to shake him off in the final seconds. Does he score a late round takedown? Looks like dos Anjos will keep his feet. We're headed for the second 30-second break. We're back after this.
Take a seat. How you feeling? How's the oxygen? Good? Breathe. Big lunge, bud. Big. Spread your legs out. Stay relaxed. Breathing.
Second round, we have to go through.
Breathing.
We just warmed up now.
Hey, listen. We're going to wear this guy out if we stay like this all fight, all right? He's not going to be able to hang in here for 5 rounds. Let's see if we can back him up a little bit. I love the takedown. If it's there again, let's put him on his back again. Or let's wear him down.
Put some water.
And touching elbows, all right?
We're back and listening into the corner of Rafael dos Anjos.
Jabbing and kicking, all right? You're seeing everything out there. You just got to get a little busier, all right? Let's wear this guy down, because we know in the later rounds he's not going to have it. All right, so we got to make him work.
Let's take a look here. Here's that head kick that just skimmed right off the top. Didn't skim as much as I thought. That was a pretty clean head kick there, right off the top of the head of Kevin Lee. And you see him, he staggers just a little bit, but he gets himself under control right away.
Hold on.
Just about set to go for the second round. I see Kevin Lee.
All right, second round. Let's go, gentlemen.
Wants to apply the pressure. Jason Perillo in the corner of Rafael dos Anjos said there's no way that he can keep that up for 5 rounds. They want dos Anjos to try moving forward a little bit here in the second. Trevor, your thoughts on what you heard?
They also were saying just to touch, continue to touch, continue to touch. That is a key factor for a 5-round fight. Dos Anjos has been in a 5-round fight before, and that is key to say, don't explode, don't go so hard. You see Kevin Lee going so hard that first round. That's going to affect them a little bit later on in this fight.
Yeah, that was a hard pace to keep for 25 minutes. He came out the gate throwing big combos, mixing in a lot of wrestling. He's got the neck here of Kevin Lee. And I don't know how tight that is, but he's going to use it to sweep. Nice job there from RDA. Wasn't sure if he was going to get the finish, but used it to sweep. Ends up on top, but Kevin Lee still pressuring forward.
And RDA's coach, Perillo, also loved the takedown. That's, in fact, the first takedown Kevin Lee has given up since fighting Efrain Escudero back in 2016. He's fought 7 times since then, had not been taken down until that first round. Now he's working on his own takedown attempt of dos Anjos.
Yeah, and he's working hard for a lot of these takedowns. It's the only thing that worries me a little bit about the pace.
Wow, his arm stretched out there for a moment. And now they return to the center.
I don't know if you noticed, but RDA looks pretty fresh here in the second round. Oh, there's that egg, and that rocked him again. Not much. But you see just that subtle stagger of Kevin Lee's feet. Nice takedown attempt here from RDA. Gets him to his knees. Kevin Lee's going to be able to use the fence, though, if he wants.
Three minutes to go in the second of 5 possible rounds. And you said it, Paul, dos Anjos appears to be the fresher fighter at this point, and there's a long way to go.
He's been there. He's been through these wars at a 5-round pace like this, and at welterweight, more importantly. I mean, what I love about this matchup is we really have two lightweights who are actually welterweights, like a lot of the divisions are. You know, guys are in weight classes that they don't walk around that we cut a little weight. We're going to see a barn burner, I think, between these two guys, because they're where they need to be.
Nice right hand cross from Lee, and Dos Anjos staying busy. Now looking for his holes, but Lee's got him backed up. And again, it's a flurry of action into some clinch work.
Yeah, it looks like Lee's going to take this second just to kind of rest for a minute here. And then change positions, try to get this fight to the ground. If he gets to the ground, he's got to try to secure Dos Anjos and get a position where he can rest and work so that he can keep this pace. He's still got 2 minutes left in round 2. He's going for this Kimura again, but he's using it primarily just to give himself opportunities like that to get out, get Kevin Lee thinking about his arm.
Nice sprawl there from RDA, fights the takedown attempt off. Knees to the body from Kevin Lee.
Let go of that cage. Good job. Let go of the cage. Fingers out.
Again, Lee dips
He's
levels.
relentless with these takedown attempts. I'm surprised RDA hasn't started trying to do some downward elbows to the side of Lee's head from that position when he's kind of just hanging on the takedown. Maybe he should try a Granby roll. Nothing.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Sorry, Paul, I was looking at. Still applying pressure is Kevin Lee. So he spent a lot of this camp at Drysdale's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Big shots from RDA.
Yes.
Well, Lee's still with it. Fires a head kick.
Lee's trying to utilize his kicks a lot in this fight so far. Shoots another takedown. He's starting to gas a little bit.
20 seconds left in this second round. Well, it's tough for RDA to find a home when he's pressed against the fence. But when there's separation, he's been able to land some pretty big shots. And we'll hit the end of the second round here. We'll keep it right here on ESPN Plus between rounds.
Their heart rate down.
Yep.
It's going to come down to attrition, okay?
Yep.
You're doing everything good. Keep that pressure on them. We'll eventually get that takedown.
Yep.
Keep striking good. Keep moving to your left. Start hitting that body a little bit and kicking that body hard with the right leg as you move to your left, okay? Your front kicks are working. Everything's working. You gotta keep.
And we see another beautiful left body kick there from RDA. And he had a guillotine wrapped up here, but Kevin Lee does a smart job, pounds him down to the mat, pulls his head out. And these guys just exchanging some really nice combos back and forth. But we saw Kevin Lee, you see in his corner, they're telling him it's going to come down to attrition.
Okay.
Going to have to dig deep because the pace he's setting is a tough one to keep.
Keep that jab
for
working.
25
Don't get bored.
minutes.
The hook is there all day.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. And Kevin Lee told us earlier this week he's feeling like $1 million because he's at welterweight. How's he feeling now, cardio-wise, as he heads into a third round? Wow.
RDA wanted to start that round off quick. Let him know, hey, I'm fresh. I'm ready to fight.
Well, RDA expected, again, we talked about it already. First and second round, he knew Kevin Lee would come out hard and knew, not believed, but knew, because he's done it before, had the ability to go 5 full rounds at this weight class. Good body kick there from Kevin Lee, though.
Yeah, both guys back and forth. Left kicks from RDA, right kicks from Kevin Lee. Good movement here from RDA, still light on his feet. Nice takedown attempt. See if he can secure it, he's got it. Right to side control if he wants it. That's a great position to be for RDA right now, too, especially if Kevin Lee is starting to fade a little bit.
And before tonight, the most takedowns Kevin Lee has surrendered in a fight was 3 against Michel Perezedes in 2015, and already Dos Anjos 3 for 4 on takedowns. Now what does he do with it? What does Kevin Lee have to fight out of it?
And we're going to learn right now. He's getting back up to his feet. Eats a big knee from Dos Anjos on the way up. We knew this was going to come down to a lot of grappling between these two guys. Kevin Lee looked strong early, which we expected, but we were wondering, can he keep that pace? And it's not saying he can't get a second win in this fight. It's only the 3rd round here of 5. See, and it's all it takes is a little transition like that. Kevin Lee's got the back.
Another back take from Kevin Lee, who has made regular habit of that.
He's trying to transition still. He had that lock, but it was under the arm of RDA as well. And RDA does a great job, fights that hook off, and ends up on top of Kevin Lee here up against the fence. See, you just see the grappling skills and the jiu-jitsu of RDA right there, and the experience at this point. Now he's taking Kevin Lee's back.
With more than 2.5 minutes to work in the 3rd round.
Kevin Lee's had some great moments, and I think against a lot of opponents, he probably would have already gotten some finishes, but against somebody like Dos Anjos, he's been through it all, he's seen it all, he's so experienced, so strong. He's able to fight out of these things and reverse them and get a better position himself. Another takedown from RDA.
Well, it's the most takedowns that Kevin Lee has surrendered in a fight officially, with that the 4th takedown of Dos Anjos.
Right knee on the ground, Kev. 2 minutes, Tom. There we go. Touch an elbow if you got some there.
Grabbing that ankle, making it difficult for Kevin Lee to get his balance, to get up to that foot. He's got to try to get both those feet up and slide up against the fence, but he does it anyway, gets past that.
Head position to turn.
And this is a grueling fight to be doing this much grappling and clinch work between these guys. Your shoulders, everything, burning.
And now Lee will see what he has in the tank. Originally tried to lift the left leg there. He thought better of it. Instead, he pressed Dos Anjos against the cage.
There's a little side elbow from Dos Anjos.
Kevin Lee gets this fight back to the mat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been one guy gets a takedown, gets a position, reversed, another takedown for RDA, reversed, up. I mean, that's a pace that's... These guys are going to be exhausted tonight.
Pull your head out to the back. Big roll, quick.
See Dos Anjos just pressing on the head of Lee. But he escapes, and now on the back once again as Dos Anjos keeps his feet.
Keep that body lock. Breathe. Kick that front foot back. There you go. Nice.
And takes us back again, 30 seconds.
And RDA fights right out of it.
Pull it, switch. You got it.
Some elbows from Kevin Lee. Still trying to fight back to get to a better position. RDA's going to try to suck those hips out. Or force him to turn his back away.
And now Lee reversed his position one final time in the round, we think. And that's where the 3rd round will end. We'll head to the main event rounds, and we're going to stay right here listening to the corner of Kevin Lee.
Have a seat, champion.
He's getting tired.
Yeah, he is getting tired. You keep grueling him out, keep making him work, okay? I love that front kick to the body you throwing. Get back on that jab first, and then the hook will land, okay? Keep moving to your left. Keep that jab hitting them. Double it up sometimes. Give me a few kicks to the body, okay? You get him going backwards, snatch him up. Get him on that feet. What do you got?
Here we go. Nice right jab there from Dos Anjos. Nice double leg. Secures the takedown. Look at that level change. That was perfect timing off of Kevin Lee's punch. And this is where he transitioned right to side control. Had this position for a while. And And these rounds are back and forth. Both guys landing lots of takedowns. Both guys starting to show a little bit of the wear of the pace of this fight so far.
All right. Heavy on the wrestling on each side. Heard Dewey Cooper in the corner of Kevin Lee, who said maturity has never been the issue for Kevin Lee, but the focus is different.
All right, let's go, gentlemen.
With all of his focus on his opponent this week and none of it on cutting the extra weight. And now carrying the extra weight as well. It's a two-edged sword.
But I mean, it looked like he was slowing down, but he was talking to his corner. He was talking about how RDA felt like he was slowing down. So he's still very much in this one with it. And it's very back and forth. I mean, both these guys trading positions and takedowns non-stop.
Unofficially 4 takedowns on each side, but Kevin Lee has tried 10 times, 4 of 6 unofficially for Rafael dos Anjos. Oh, a low shot there. Kevin Lee.
That was unfortunate because they were both kicking at the same time.
Hey, Kevin, just chill here, all right? You kick, he kicks, same time. Accident. You okay? Ready? All right, Ty, keep it ready for time. Let's go, fight.
There you have it. Lee got the inside track.
Oh, nice 1-2 there.
Right over the guard of Kevin Lee, who's now just eating some punches here. And just missing was Dos Anjos on the uppercut. Oh, low kick. Lee shakes it off. The video says otherwise.
Oh, and he gives one back. Yeah, that means if you shake your head at me, you know something happened.
He dips in. Explosive there was Kevin Lee. 90 seconds into the 4th round here. Back to the clinch work they go. Each fighter smart enough, right, to know how to fight off any real danger in these grappling exchanges.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, they're both also so skilled at getting the submissions that one little mistake, one slip up, and a guy like Dos Anjos or Lee is on your back. You're fighting out of a rear naked choke. Like this right body kick from Kevin Lee that he's bringing into this fight.
Another inside leg kick from Dos Anjos. Jabs continue to land from RDA as well. And perhaps not setting up that takedown attempt for Lee.
No, not at all. I think it's just a little punch, a little jab right before that might have really helped him out, but he's still in on this takedown up against the fence, and he's able to rest in these moments. He's doing a good job of keeping RDA's back up against the fence in moments like this where he's not doing much, but he's still in the position. He's still potentially winning the round in a dominant position where he's pressing the action. But RDA's done a great job of scrambling out of these positions and finding a way out.
This is the 4th straight 5-round fight for Rafael dos Anjos. The last 3 have all gone the distance. It's the 3rd straight Kevin Lee has gone 5 rounds each of his last 2 fights. And this is the 5th straight 5-round possible fight for Kevin Lee.
Oh, the balance of RDA, man. Most guys are going down from that. Look at that. Beautiful job there from Rafael.
He takes the back as well.
Yeah, I think that took a lot out of Kevin Lee right there, not getting that takedown.
Didn't get it and finds himself on the bottom. RDA working from full mount. A minute and a half to go. Oh, and now he steps over to side control. He did this to Neil Magny.
That's very tight.
Kevin Lee taps. Rafael dos Anjos back in the winner's circle as he submits Kevin Lee in the 4th round.
Very impressive performance, and I think a real veteran's performance there from RDA. He weathered that early storm of Kevin Lee coming in younger, hungrier, looking very fresh and very good at 170 pounds, but RDA does what he does.